हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्ता कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिने नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी चारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातम् अहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम्। हरे कृष्णा। Okay, so we'll start. So today we will be discussing the Krishna's pastime of killing the demon Dhenukasura, and this is chapter 15. So in the past session, in fact, the last ones, we saw the pastime of Brahma Vimohan Leela. So, Krishna's pastimes prior to them in terms of killing demons were like, just Aghasura just prior to that. And then Lord Brahma wanted to, test his powers. So he tried to put Krishna in illusion, but, he himself got bewildered. And then by the Lord's grace, he was able to understand, that who Krishna is, that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then he offered his prayers. So that's what we discussed yesterday. So now this Brahma Vimohan Leela took one year. So at the end of this, there was a significant milestone that Krishna achieved in terms of his age. So he progressed from Kaumara to Poganda, which is before Brahma Vimohan Leela, he was 5 years of age when he was doing all these pastimes, and this Leela took 1 year. So he became six. So transition to Poganda. Now Poganda is now you're getting he's becoming a big boy now, getting more responsibilities. And one that he and all the cowherd boys, Gopas, they were all waiting for was getting the responsibility of taking the cows to graze. So up until now, they were only allowed to take the calves.
రోజు ఎన్నిసార్లు
So,
చెప్తే అంత మంచిది.
Hare Krishna, if everybody can mute, please. Thank you. Okay. So, so they were taking the calves up until now, but now they've grown big. So Krishna is a big boy now, and Nand Maharaj and all the other Vaishnavas, they allowed now these cowherd boys, Krishna, Balaram, to take the cows for grazing. So it was a very happy moment for them. And this is celebrated as Gopa Ashtami. So that comes a little later during the Kartik month, but it took some time to officially get this responsibility. But after six, they were allowed to take the cows. So when Krishna would take the cows now for grazing, he would roam around all the place and he would go barefoot, so leaving his lotus footmarks all over the place. So though the earth was jubilant, the gopis and the cows, they were especially concerned that his lotus feet are so soft, and he might get hurt. So out of their concern, the cows, what they did, they with their hooves softened the land, and made the stand the land, crush the hard ground, and made it soft sand. And so that Krishna does not feel inconvenienced, so for his comfort, trying to serve him. And that's known as the Braj Raj. So very soft sand, and that also is a wonderful service that the cows did for the Lord. So that's how they transition, and then they're so happy. So now with this Brahma Vimohan Leela, for 1 year, the cowherd boys and all, they did not do anything, though they were um, the real boys, they were in sleep. So they actually did not do anything. It's kind of confusing, but before that, Agasura episode were there. So these all boys, they wanted to have some good time. So Krishna, along with the cows, the cowherd boys, so Krishna is Madhava. It said that Madhava, with the cowherd boys playing his flute, went to the forest. And we understand from the purports, from Srila Prabhupada purports, that Madhva, as we know, has several meanings. And the one significant here is that Madhva is also known as um, the spring season. So when the spring season arrives, then there is so much of beauty in the nature. So the flowers start springing up, and there's a lot of greenery and a nice aroma all around. So that's how Sanatan Goswami says that when Krishna as Madhava is entering the forest, so he's bringing about this spring, the opulence of the spring in the forest. So, everywhere there are beautiful flowers and greenery, fragrance. So the whole ambience was, very beautiful and very auspicious. So these boys, they just wanted to have fun there, and, enjoy this auspicious atmosphere. So, this auspiciousness, how we also understand that it engages all the senses. So how is that? Um, One is the all the living beings in the forest, the bees, the birds, the animals. They all make such soothing, melodious sounds. So that is very pleasing to hear. Mm. And then there was a beautiful lake. So that lake is very calm, peaceful, tranquil. So seeing that, it brings calmness, and the wind blowing over that lake, that brings the fragrance and the tranquility, and the moisture of that lake, which brings that peace and calmness. So that is felt by the cowherd boys and Krishna. So even when that touched their skin, they could feel that sense of touch, and the fragrance that was felt in the sense of smell, and they could taste also this breeze. So there was a sweetness in the air. Mm. So that was there, and this whole ambience was so beautiful to look at. So the sense of sight also was being engaged. So everything was engaged so nicely. It was such a beautiful transcendental, atmosphere. So the boys, they all were just enjoying this, and then the trees, they were, when they saw Krishna, Balram, and all these cowherd boys, so um, they were all like, because Madhva, brought that auspiciousness. So the trees also were bearing so many fruits and flowers. So because of that, the trees were also bending down. Now Krishna could understand that the tree actually is not, bent because of the weight, but they are bowing down to the lotus feet of the Lord. So now, Krishna does, wonderful thing now. How does he act? He starts acknowledging the services that all these, dwellers of the forest are performing. So uh, he describes to Lord Balram that, see that these trees, they are so wonderful. They are not just swaying; they are bowing down to your lotus feet. They are offering their humble obeisances, and they are doing this so that their ignorance can be eradicated, from the past birth, because of which they have taken this form of trees as of now. So when he says this, he's Krishna is kind of giving an indication of the pastime that's about to happen. Hmm. So you keep a note of this point. Huh? So then Krishna sees, okay, so the bees, they're also humming so nicely, and they're following um, for following them. So he's glorifying that the bees also, that these bees must be very great devotees, that they are singing your glories and they're following you. So even when the Lord is present among all of them as an ordinary human being, you know, so to recognize uh, an ordinary person as a Lord must be a devotee only. So he's saying that they all must be great devotees. And then they're glorifying because they're humming. He's saying that they're glorifying you. So the glorification is like a tirtha. So tirtha is a place or an uh, you know uh, event where the one crosses over the material miseries and experiences the spiritual self. So by glorifying the Lord, they're saying that this itself is like a tirtha. And then the peacocks, they are dancing so wonderfully well, out of all the jubilation of seeing the Lord, and all the cowherd boys, the deers, they are looking at the Lord with such pleasing vision. So just like how gopis, so how the gopis, they exchange glances with the Lord, so that is so soothing. So the deers are also looking like that. And the cuckoo birds, they are singing so nicely, as if they are singing Vedic hymns to honor the Lord. So all these forest dwellers, Krishna says they are so fortunate, and that they are glorifying you, the Supreme Lord. So he's glorifying Lord Balram, and he's glorifying the services of all the forest dwellers. So in that way, he's acknowledging that, I understand what you all are doing. And then he says that the earth is so fortunate that, she's bearing the lotus footmarks of you. And the trees, the creepers, they're also like so fortunate that they're getting your touch. And the mountains, the birds, the rivers, all of these are getting your merciful glance. So they're also so fortunate. So like that, he goes on to acknowledge each and every entity within the forest. So then so he starts with glorifying, then he starts interacting with them also. So yahi yatha mam prapadante tam tatha bhajami aham. So how he starts interacting now, these bees which were humming, they are like, one, they have taken the nectar of the flowers, and then they are associating with the Lord. So that combination is making them mad in intoxication. So in that state, they're just like, eyes closed, and they're just humming and glorifying the Lord. So Krishna also imitates them. He also starts humming like that and acting that, I'm just like a bee now. So that gives so much of joy to the bees and to the gopas also seeing there. And then he starts dancing like a peacock. So then he tells to these gopas that, see, these peacocks, they don't know how to dance. I'm showing them how to dance nicely. So that way, he's giving joy to the gopas also. They're all engaging in nice laughter. And then he also sees that some of the animals, they just wander away a little bit, from the herd. They're not together anymore. So he calls them also out, calls them in a loud voice, firm voice, with affection though, and that, brings them back. So this also gives us such a good understanding that Krishna remembers his devotees, even if somehow they deviate, Krishna remembers them. Aham smarami mad bhaktam. So he will always remember his devotees. And then he also exhibits fear as well. So like some smaller animals, they will, out of fear of tigers, lions, they will run here and there. So Krishna also does the same thing. Hmm. So though in Vrindavan, every living being, even the tigers and lions, they are devotees, and they are not violent at all. but still, just to engage with all the forest dwellers and to reciprocate with them, Krishna is acting like this. So like that, all these the cowherd boys, and they're all having such good time, they're having fun. And then um, when after doing all these activities, so they get little tired. So Balram, when he gets tired, he will just lie down, put his head on one of the gopas legs, and then Krishna will go and serve him. So serve his elder brother, he'll massage his legs, he'll bring water from the river. So now he's serving also all the devotees, and that is giving pleasure to everyone. And then Krishna also gets tired, so he also lies down underneath the tree, and uses the twigs, leaves and all as a pillow, and he'll just lie down. So the gopas will also reciprocate, and they will massage his legs. So we see that like that he is doing such nice playful activities and behaving just like an ordinary boy among the all the boys. So he is concealing his actual potency, that he is the supreme lord. That is, it's all hidden, and he's behaving just like the boys while being in their company, while he himself is the supreme lord being served by the goddess of fortune. So he does not exhibit all that is concealed. But at times he does show great feats that only god can perform. So some of these are like, like we saw prior to this killing of the demons. So now we saw that Mohan Leela was for 1 year. So at that till so the past 1 year there were no disturbances. There were no demons and all that. So now when they are having this fun like this, so the friends like Sudama, Subala, Tota, Krishna, they all started speaking to Krishna and Balram. They say, Rama Rama Mahabaho Krishna Dushta Nibharana. That, oh mighty armed Balram, oh Ram, you're so strong. And Krishna, you are the destroyer of all the miscreants. So they tell them that there is, not very far away from here, there is a place called Talavan. So it's a very great forest area, one of the forests, and it is closer to the foothills of Govardhan, and there are a lot of palm trees. So it says that that's a nice place, very nice, soft ground and beautiful trees, and there are very good, fragrant fruits which are on these trees, and we can smell all these fruits from this place also. They were all close to the Govardhan, foothills of Govardhan, grazing these cows and having this wonderful pastimes. So it's like, these the fragrance of all these fruits is, we can smell that, can't you? And they're so beautiful. We just have a desire to go and eat those. And but the problem is that nobody has tasted these fruits up until now. Because there is a great demon who resides there, and people are so fearful that there are stories that this demon and his friends who are also demons. So this demon is a donkey by the name Dhenuka, and he has eaten people alive. So that has put so much of fear in the people, so that nobody even dares to go there. No animals go there. And what to speak of all these, even birds are not, they don't even fly over that area. So, what would these demons, donkeys do to the birds? But there's so much of fear instilled, and the birds are not even nesting into those trees. There's so much of fear. So now these gopas, they are, and it's all again Krishna's plan. They want to uh, make the Lord enact some more pastimes now. And they say that, if you think that going there is a good idea, then let us go. So they let the Lord decide, but they put their proposition that they have a desire to have these fruits. So now so we see that this Dhenuka, who is he's a donkey demon, so he's very strong. But what do donkeys represent? Donkeys represent ignorance. They are not very smart, they are just dull, and they just keep doing whatever is forced upon them. um, and because they represent ignorance, so who destroys ignorance? So in the beginning, we started the prayers. So, Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So the Guru Tattva, the Guru destroys the ignorance. So what does Krishna do? He allows Balaram to go ahead and take care of this demon. So the moment so Krishna and Balaram say, yeah, let's go and see, what these Gopas have told about this place. Let's go there. So when they go there, uh, Balaram ji, first of all, he goes there and he grabs hold of one tree, this tall, huge tree, and starts shaking it violently. And when he shakes, what happens? All the fruits that are on this tree, they start falling one after the other, and so many fruits fall down, making loud thudding sound. Hmm? So now with that sound, what happens? This Dhenuka demon, he hears that, and then noticing that there is something going on and sensing the direction of where it is coming, he charges toward that place. So now, what does this signify? So, like we said that Guru Tattva destroys ignorance. So now, Guru, what does he do in the beginning? No, by shaking the tree, the fruits fall down. It's said, Acharyas explain us that Guru shakes our consciousness, shakes our false ego, and when he does that, then all these fruits, they are compared like ignorance, so that ignorance comes out of us. Mm. And then that ignorance is destroyed. So that's a very good point, and we saw that from the beginning, like in the initial part of the story, right? Like how um, Krishna indicated this pastime through the trees, that they're bowing down to your lotus feet to eradicate their ignorance. So that is what this pastime is, that Krishna and Balaram, they are getting rid of the ignorance through this demon in the form of donkey. So then this Dhenuka, when he comes there, he sees Balaram standing there. So he gets so mad, so angry, that then he turns around and gives him with his full force, kick with both his hind legs. Now, Dhenuka is so demoniac. Uh, Seeing any small child, anybody who is in anger, whatever strong that anger might be, whatever strong emotions are there, seeing a small child, that just fizzles away. You feel nice. But here, the demon, was enraged, and he, kicked the Supreme Lord. So such was the demoniac tendency and so much of ignorance, right? So, but when he gave that kick, nothing happened to Lord Balram. It was just as if some flowers were showered at him. So he just kept standing, but he did not do anything. Then that enraged Dhanuka even more. So then again he turned around, and with full force he was again trying to kick, and that's when Balram, what he did, with just one hand he caught hold of his leg and he started whirling him around. So he whirled him around so much and with so much of speed that Dhenukasura just gave up his life in that motion itself. And then he threw him to the top of the palm tree. So now it was so easy for Balramji, with just one hand, small child, such a big, heavy demon, he whirled and threw him on top of the tree. These trees are so tall. So when Balaramji or Guru Tattva, Gurudev, when they can, so effortlessly, Balaramji didn't even use both his hands, so only the amount of energy that was needed, that was used. So with so much of less effort, when they can, destroy such a, strong demon, then the ignorance that is there, in all of us, how much of a task it is for Gurudev to destroy that, right? So that's a good lesson for us, that we should um, surrender to the Lord. When our and to Guru, when our consciousness is shaken up, then that's when we need to surrender and let Guru destroy our ignorance. And then with the weight of this animal, when he lands on the tree bends and it starts breaking up, and then it falls onto the next tree that it can't take its weight. So like that, several trees break up. And then these other friends of the Hinuksura, when they came, they also got so enraged. So Krishna, then now Krishna jumped in, so he also started whirling all these demons and started tossing them around. So both Krishna and Balram, they were just tossing, whirling these demons and throwing them on these palm trees until all of them were killed. And then these boys, they were like, okay, now so this scene is also described, that the trees are all broken, there are these donkeys lying everywhere, the fruits are piled up, on top of that these demons are there. So these demons were like of a dark color, bluish, blackish, and their blood was also spilt all over there, so that was like reddish. So it's described that this whole scene was also looking like um, a wonderful scene, transcendental scene, where with all these dark and reddish clouds. So though it might sound gross, but it's a transcendental act done by the Lord, so that also is beautiful. And all these demons, they were all liberated by the Lord. So that's how he takes care of these demons. And these gopas, then, though initially they had desired to take these fruits, but now after seeing that the blood of these demons are mixed in that, they don't feel like taking it. And the pulindas, who are low born people, they are the ones who come and they start taking these fruits, enjoying them. And then the animals also, they come and start grazing in this forest. So that's how he liberates these demons and gives joy to everybody there. And then with the after this pastime, they all then go back home to Vrindavan. And there the gopis are waiting for them, whole day of separation. They are so jubilant to see them. The mothers are so happy. Then they bathe them, and then they feed them nicely, and then they go to sleep after a full day of wonderful activities that they performed. Then towards the end of this chapter, there is a slight mention of what is to come the next day. So the next day, Krishna goes with the friends without Balram, and they go on the bank of Yamuna. And they were tired, and they were thirsty actually. So these coward boys, they drink the water, and as soon as they drink that water, they become unconscious and they lie down lifeless. So Krishna, seeing that, he feels sad, and he's like, they're all surrendered unto me. So he, just by giving a glance on them, brings them back up. They become conscious again. And that when they become conscious again, they look surprised, astonished, that what happened. And we just kind of lost our life, but Krishna brought us back, so how amazing that is. And they are struck with wonder. And that's where this chapter ends. And what happens, why all this thing happened, this pastime, we'll see tomorrow. Okay, so with that, I'll stop here. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. As usual, wonderful pastime of Krishna by you, Prabhuji. So we'll chant.
Glory goes to Srila Prabhupada.
We'll chant one round for Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Diti Mataji. Please share the screen. Please time.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I'm sharing my screen. Video call. Video call, ji. Prabhuji, can we start now? 21 people have joined.
Yeah, yes, Mataji, please. Yeah. Hari Bol, Ram Prabhu, Mohit Prabhu, Jatin Prabhu. Congratulations. So, prize distribution will be coming Sunday at Sunday feast program. Please attend regularly. Thanks for joining.